Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Simon.
And I am a rail enthusiast who loves going up and down the country, riding on the trains, filming and taking photos of them as well. These videos of my railway journeys can differ sometimes as they can go to plan or will go bad.
Welcome to Simon Trains Railway Journeys. 2 days ago, I actually stood in this spot right here and started vlogging for a 3-day vlog. That's going to be one video. I'm at Rugeley Town station. I've literally just done all three right now. So, during these 3 days between Sunday, the 8th of December, and today, which is the 10th of December, we'll be calling at all these stations which are going to be en route for this vlog. Birmingham Moor Street. Actually, that looks a bit overgrown to me. Langley Wood. Tame Bridge Parkway. Bescot Stadium. Stoke-on-Trent. So the reason for this is I decided to do something a bit different. So this is why I'm cramming roughly 20-30 minutes these are going to be into one video, which will be roughly an hour long. So we're going to see the Polar Express at Birmingham Moor Street. We're going to be hunting Avanti West Coast Class 390s up and down the line, and we're also going to Stoke-on-Trent for a Northern Class 158 DMU. So that's basically the itinerary of these days. But what you see is sometimes I don't actually vlog these, I actually just go to it, film and come back without doing a vlog. So these are kind of different. So we're going to be starting this one on a Sunday, literally in this spot right here. So for the first of 3 journeys that I'm doing for this vlog, I'm at Rugeley Town station. Now I'm going to Birmingham Moor Street to catch the Polar Express, which is worked by a London Midland and Scottish Railway Stanier Black 5, which was 45305, and also a Class 20 locomotive, but I don't know which 20 they're going to put on. So we're actually waiting for the first train of the day going to Birmingham, which is at 12:44. Now next Sunday the trains actually do come back at 9 o'clock in the morning. But why the trains are only starting from lunchtime is that Network Rail wanted the line clear in case of any engineering movements. But that's finished now, so the winter timetable starts next week, and trains are coming back at 9 o'clock in the morning to Birmingham. So waiting for this 350 to come down now to take me to Birmingham, which also stops at Witton. Now you hear in the background there is a football game going on right next door to the railway station. That's because Aston Villa are playing at home, and we had an additional stop at Witton. I've now made it to Birmingham Moor Street. Now I could have walked it from New Street to here, but I thought, where's the fun in that? So I went over to Birmingham Snow Hill, caught a train to here, and now we're at Moor Street. Now in about 10 minutes time, the Diesel Locomotive should be arriving at this station, which is the Stanier Black 5, 45305, working the Polar Express. Now what is the Polar Express? It's actually a movie this is based on, called the Polar Express, because it's a Christmas movie. So what vintage trains have done is that they've run a mainline excursion from here all the way up to Tyseley and back for the kids. Don't know how much it costs, but it's like a Christmas thing. So basically it's like a Santa special, but they're based on the Polar Express. It's just arriving now. I'm at Birmingham Moor Street, and what I'm doing is I'm actually going to be filming our Birmingham Moor Street station as well as the Polar Express. Now, the history of Birmingham Moor Street station actually started with these platforms here, which are the terminus platforms, because they opened in 1909. The current buildings were completed in 1914. Now, sadly, the terminus platform closed in 1987. With the last train on the 26th of September 1987 departed this station, which was hauled by Great Western Railway Castle Class 7029 Cloncastle. But on the 5th of October 1987, these platforms were built and services ran to Birmingham Snow Hill on Birmingham Moor Street using the through platforms. Now, in 2002, the station was actually renovated, but in 2010 they actually reinstated these platforms. In fact, if you go to up here, I will post a video link there, you'll see the first Moor Street Express, which I filmed back in 2010, which had a Great Western Railway pannier tank 9600 arriving into the platform, and a Great Western Railway Castle Class 5043, the automatic Edgecombe, departed with a service down towards London. Anyway, I'm going to be filming a few more movements. There is also an MPV, a multi-purpose vehicle, which is doing a railhead treatment train coming through here, which is interesting and rarity. And then we're going to get the Polar Express arriving, and then we're going to head back to Birmingham New Street to get my train back home, which will be full of Aston Villa supporters again. I'm now back at Birmingham New Street. As you can see behind me is a Class 390 Pendolino. Now starting today is the Avanti West Coast operations, the first group at Trenitalia, which now they're running the West Coast main lines out of Birmingham to London, and also London to Glasgow, Edinburgh, Manchester Piccadilly, Liverpool Lime Street, Chester, North Wales. So Virgin Trains is actually no more since yesterday. I'm now back at Rugeley Town station. Now I just went over to Birmingham today to get the Polar Express departing and arriving at the station, which was worked by a London, Midland and Scottish Railway Black 5 45305, which was actually named Alderman A.E. Draper, with a Class 20 locomotive, or the English Electric Type 1 20189. And then we just came back here afterwards. Wasn't that busy full of Aston Villa supporters on the way back than going down? But anyway, so I'm now going to head home, and then the next part of this vlog will be in a few seconds. Day 2 out of 3 of this vlog, this is going into the same one. We're going to Rugeley Trent Valley first because I was planning to go to Stone today. But the reason I was planning to go to Stoke was just to kill some time, really, because I'm going Avanti hunting today. As you all know, Avanti West Coast is now in operation, which is part of the first group, and Trenitalia. Now there's 2 Pendolinos that painted in the new livery, so we're going to hunt them down today. One apparently is going to be passing Rugeley Trent Valley 908, and I was going to get the other one at Stafford after being to Stone, but now I'm going to have to see if I can get it at Bescot or Tame Bridge Parkway, which won't be till 11:30, I think, through there. But anyway, so I'm going to see if I could try and get 2 of them today. Anyway, we're going to be waiting for the 0838 to Rugeley Trent Valley.
an 0919 London North Western Railway service to London Euston for Rugeley Town, Pensford, Thanet, Landywood, Blockbridge North, Blockbridge, Walsall, Bescot Stadium, Tame Bridge Parkway,
Well, that was a cracking good start. We actually got the first Avanti West Coast Trains Livery from Rugeley Trent Valley, which was 390,155. So that means 390,156 is actually doing the press run from London Euston to Glasgow Central, which we're actually going to get either at Tame Bridge Parkway or Bescot Stadium. Haven't decided yet where I'm going to get it, but one of those two stations, or both of them, will be featured today. I think I'll go to somewhere else. That was almost a disaster. I should keep that in, to be honest. So we're going to somewhere else first to kill some time, and then I'm going to either go to Tame Bridge Parkway or Bescot Stadium, because the train I'm going to catch at this station, which kills some time, actually calls at both of them, because there is an hourly service from Rugeley Town to Bescot Stadium. Now you're probably wondering, where the hell am I? Well, this is Landywood railway station between Rugeley and Walsall on the Chase line. This is actually the third least used Staffordshire railway station at the moment, believe it or not. But the history of Landywood station was interesting, really. It opened in 1908 by the London North Western Railway as Langley Wood Halt, but it closed in 1916. Now, during the time Landywood existed, there was actually a station 2 minutes down the road from here, which was called Rugeley and Chesley Hay. Now that station opened on the 1st of February 1858 as Rugeley and Church Bridge, but on the 1st of December 1912 it was renamed to Rugeley and Chesley Hay. But that station closed on the 18th of January 1965. Now Langleywood station actually opened a bit later on by British Rail. It opened in 1989 when they extended services from Walsall to Hensford. And then in 1997 services were extended from Hensford to Rugeley. So we're here for a bit now to kill some time before I go to Tame Bridge Parkway to do some filming there, and then hopefully we get the second Avanti West Coast Livery Pendolino through Bescot Stadium. That's the plan.
She's on the planet with Luke. She finds out that Luke she's going to murder Kylo. Was he actually doing it? Yeah, he had a moment where he was like...
Now coming to the shelter for a bit at Tame Bridge Parkway because it is absolutely windy out there today. So you might not be able to hear me out there, but you might hear me in here. Now, Tame Bridge Parkway was actually not an old station, to be honest, because this station was owned by British Rail in 1990, having built to a cost of 600,000, that's over just 500,000, and takes its name by the nearby river, the River Tame. Also used to get Wrexham and Shropshire stopping here with services to London Marylebone, and I've caught a few services to London Marylebone. Well, I caught one here once to Shrewsbury, I caught one from Leamington to here once and Shrewsbury to here once. So I've been on Wrexham and Shropshire 3 times and got off at Tame Bridge Parkway. That's nothing new for the Chase line, but going waiting for a few more trains and then carry on to Bescot Stadium. I'm in the waiting shelter at Bescot Stadium because it is windy out there. It is bitter today, but the sun's out, which is nice. But I just come in here so you can hear me as well, because out there I probably had to put stuff underneath on the bottom so you can hear me. Now, we are catching the 13:02 to Rugeley Trent Valley, which is due in at 13:04 now, which is due in 5 minutes. Now, I'll give you a quick history of Bescot Stadium station before we move on back to Rugeley. The station was opened as Bescot Bridge in 1837 by the Grand Junction Railway, but was later renamed to Bescot. It was renamed to Bescot Stadium in 1990 in order to serve Bescot Stadium, the newly built football ground of Walsall Football Club. The station was reopened on the 11th of September 2007 after a short period where it was closed for refurbishment. Whilst it was closed, no services called at the station, but trains carried on to pass through. So, like I said, I'm waiting for 13:04 back to Rugeley. Now, going back to Rugeley Trent Valley because 390-155 is going to pass through Rugeley again at 2:15. So I'm going to get that flying through Rugeley, and then I'm going to pop on the train back to Rugeley Town and end this vlog right there.
This train has 3 carriages.
I'm now back at Rugeley Trent Valley. Now, my train I'm going to be leaving on is the 14:19 to London Euston, which gets here at 14:15 at the moment. It's running a bit late. But what I'm after is 390-155 again, which I saw this morning through here, coming through here again, which is about 2:15. That's running about 2 minutes late, so it's due here at 14:17. So I got one train arriving at 14:50, which is my train at 14:19. I got Pendolinos flying through at 14:17. They want to catch again, and then I want to be on the 14:19 back to Rugeley Town. So it's going to be a bit of a tight one. Even though I'm in the waiting shelter, it is quite windy because somebody has decided, let's punch the glass out of this. So it's a glassless shelter. It was also nice to see the GBRF Class 47 fly through here as well, which was unexpected, to be honest. But anyway, I'm going to be hanging around for a bit in this shelter, even though I won't be sheltered for the wind, and see if I can get this Avanti West Coast Pendolino fly through again before I head back home. If I don't catch the 1419, I'll be on the next one, which is, I think it's 1446 to Birmingham International. Just left Rugeley Trent Valley and we're headed back to Rugeley Town now on the 1446 to Birmingham International. Now today has been interesting because we've got the Avanti West Coast Pendolinos, which only two are in the new livery, 390-155, which we've both got at Rugeley Trent Valley in the morning and this afternoon, and 390-156, which was go through Bescot from London Euston to Glasgow Central. We also managed to film at three stations: Langley Wood, Tame Bridge Parkway and Bescot Stadium. Now this will be the end of this one as soon as I film this one leaving.
Rugeley Town.
Just about to approach Rugeley Town now. The next one will be airing in a few seconds after this unit leaves Rugeley Town for the Tuesday part, which is going to be a short one, but I know people might like to see this, and there's people that might not want to see this. Unfortunately, it's going to be showing the blog anyway, so tune in for a few seconds to see what the next one will be all about. But it won't be Avanti West Coast trains. quick one. I did promise there would be a third day to this, but the original third day plan was to go to Tamworth to get some Class 142 Pacers going to scrap from Worksop to Newport, but unfortunately that's not happened. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a train simulator footage of what would have happened. So instead, I'm now at Stafford and I'm going to Stoke-on-Trent to do some filming quickly. Hopefully get a Northern Class 158 DMU flying through there. And then after that I'll just go back home because the weather is not perfect, to be honest. It'll be 40 miles per hour wind shortly and it's raining at the moment. So I'm going to catch
The
a
next
train.
to arrive at platform 5 will
Probably
be
this
the
one.
0955 London
Yes.
North Western Railway.
Going to catch this one to Stoke-on-Trent.
Via
I'm now at Stoke-on-Trent. Now, just to update you, this northern unit that I plan to get through may not be running, so instead what I decided to do is decided to film trains to Stoke-on-Trent. While I'm here, I might as well do it. So we've got Northern City on this platform here, we've got East Midlands Railway which has just passed, we've got Avanti West Coast Service Station now, even though there's still remnants of Virgin trains here. And we've got London North Western Railway stops here as well, so there's 4 operators stop here. So we'll be here just after 11 o'clock and then I'm just going to head back to Stafford and home after that. Or if this unit is running, I might stay a bit longer just to get it and then go back home. But I'm not going to be out all day because this afternoon is going to be atrocious, so it's just the morning for this vlog.
The next train to arrive at platform 2 will be the 10:44.
Yeah, I also forgot to mention that cross country also serves this station as well. Sorry, cross country. So that Northern 158 did run after all. It's just gone through from Crewe LWR depot to Neville Hill. It's going by Uttoxeter and Longton and all them places. Now you're wondering what the hell a Northern 158's doing here. Basically it goes to Crewe for some work done to it or modifications done to it, or They do work on it, so that's why it goes to crew, like maintenance work for it. They could do it over another hill, but the problem is they don't have the things at Neville Hill that they need at crew. So that's why it goes to crew. Or it could just be because they want to put it in the new livery. That's why it goes over to crew. So it gets some work done to it. So we're going to wait it out for the 11:26 back to Stafford. But there's a few more trains to come in first. What's also nice was we did get a Northern 331. That was on driver training here as well. So that was nice to see. And we also got East Midlands trains 156. I mean East Midlands Railway, sorry.
The next train. Cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly.
I'm now back at Stafford, waiting for the 11:55 to Rugeley Trent Valley, which goes on to London Euston. Now, before I move over to platform 1 to catch my train, unlike Stoke-on-Trent, which still shows the Virgin liveries at the station, okay, yes, you've still got the red poles, it's still showing it's Virgin, but they have quickly put the new signs up at Stafford, so that's the Avanti West Coast sign, which is just basically your two greens, or a green and a black, a light green and a red. So the new Avanti signs have gone up at Stafford, and these actually went up over, I think, Sunday.
Customers on platform 1 travelling to Rugeley Trent Valley or Addison, can you please travel any of the route forward?
I'm now at Rugeley Trent Valley, just heading on back to Rugeley Town now on the 1219 to London Euston by Birmingham New Street. Now, the reason I've done 3 separate vlogs in one video is because I want to try editing this video differently. So I want to see if this works. If it works, I'm going to edit videos in future a different way. If not, I'm just going to edit normal way, which takes 4 to 6 hours to do the video, to be honest. That's all the editing, and the catching actually takes a good 4 hours before you even start as well on my video editor. So you're looking at nearly a whole day just to edit a video. But anyway, so we have been on 3 different trips. We've been to Birmingham Moor Street for the Pole Express, which was the LMS Stanier Black 5, 45305 and the Class 20, 2189. That's been a successful trip. The next day, which is the Monday, which was yesterday, which I was actually planning to go to Stone, but the 926 was cancelled. So I ended up going to Landywood, Tame Bridge Parkway and Bescot Stadium, which also got the Avanti Pendolinos, or the Avanti West Coast Pendolinos, which I got 2 here. Oh, there's that skip. I just filmed at Stafford, which just flew by. Anyway, so we got the 2 Avanti West Coast Pendolinos through here, which was actually the same one, 39155, and we got 39156 at Bescot. So other than I had to change the plan instead of Stone, that went well. And today I was actually planning to go to the town to get some pacers going for scrap, but that didn't happen because they cancelled the path. So I ended up going to Stoke-on-Trent, did some filming there, got a Northern 158 through there, and I've also got a Avanti West Coast Pendolino through there as well. So I'm going to end this now. Well, I'm going to end it at Rugeley Town, film this out. But my next trip will be the Christmas one, which I've actually got planned. 3 days, well, 1 day going down to Southampton, 1 day in the south of England, and the final day back from Southampton. But they'll be airing about Christmas time. So next Sunday there'll be nothing on the 22nd of December, no Simon Trace Well journey there. But then there'll be one on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day with this episode. So thanks for watching. You subscribe to me at Simon Trains
Welcome aboard this London
on
Northwestern Railway
Facebook,
service.
Simon Trains Twitter and
London
Instagram.
Euston.
If
We
you
will be calling at
haven't got it on
Rugeley
already,
Town,
as Gordon says in How
Pendolino,
Ridiculous,
Landywood,
bell on
Logswitch
folks,
North, Bloxwich,
and
Walsall, Bescot
I'll see you for
Stadium,
the Christmas
Tame
episode.
Bridge Parkway, Birmingham New Street,
Are you quite finished?
Stechford, Lee Hall,
Interrupting
Marston
me.
Green, Birmingham International.